Hello, friends. This past Thursday and Friday, I was gifted an incredible opportunity to attend an online conference for children, youth, and family ministry. This conference is widely attended each year and meets in Atlanta. But with the onset of COVID-19, they decided to instead provide the conference digitally and completely changed most of their material to apply to the changing world that we have found ourselves living in. It was interesting and helpful, to say the least. There was also a great deal of time spent on the topic of mental health, something that, quite frankly, has been widely shunned by the big church historically, but has seen some progress in recent years. It was mentioned that even before this pandemic, our society was overwhelmed with anxiety and depression. We can trust this to be true with the rise of anxiety in children and teenagers, not to mention adults. Did you know that 1 in 4 children suffer from anxiety? Teenagers are 5 times as likely to suffer from anxiety than 5 years ago. And these statistics are from a year ago. I can only begin to guess what these numbers will look like in a year from now. One of the speakers said that a lot of our coping mechanisms aren't working right now, and we are left with the reality of our emotions. This is so true. I've heard this underlying theme in conversation after conversation with people of all ages. We're having to sit with our emotions, and for many of us, that is incredibly uncomfortable. But here's the good news. This is a really important and unique time for us to learn about ourselves, to grow more empathy, to be more human than ever before. I hope we are taking the time to process our emotions, to care for our mental health, to grow. It's hard, but we can do it. Ignoring our emotions and our struggles will not do them any good. God does not want us to feel this way. Philippians 4:5-7, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. We need God desperately during this time and always. We also need to take care of ourselves and feel the presence and peace of God wash over us. God has given us the gift of science, medicine, professionals who understand the importance of mental health. If you need help, reach out to God and reach out to others. There is no shame in that. You are loved and you are not alone. Let me leave us with an exercise that I heard about recently. It was meant to be a check-in with a child or a friend, spouse, or student, but it could be certainly used internally as well. So do a daily check-in with your mind and your heart and your body. Ask yourself in your mind, are your thoughts churning? Are they trending towards negativity and despair? Next, check in with your heart. How are your emotions? What are you feeling? Can you name it? Are you burying your emotions or welcoming them? Finally, check in with your body. Do you feel tension in your shoulders and your neck and back? What does your breathing look like? Is your stomach feeling funny? My word of encouragement to you this day is to check in with yourself and your loved ones. Check on their mental health. Be aware, talk about it, and erase the stigma. Anxiety and depression are not signs that you are not trusting God enough. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed and you do that check over and over and it's trending towards just being so difficult, reach out to a friend, to a doctor, or one of us here at ARBC. Take care of yourselves, friends, and remember that God is with you now and always.